Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming and hanging out with us on the couches again. This is Don't Know Shit Doug, hanging out with Ryan and Angelo as always. And this is Talking Shit. So, gents, how we doing? How was your week?
Good, doing well. How was your week?
With the Christmas shopping and all that crap, I can't wait till it's over. I mean, I look forward to January 1st after Thanksgiving. I really don't care for this month too much. Ball humbug, I understand, but that's just me. I'm not really into the whole Christmas style and all that. But other people do. Other people dig it. They love it. This is what they go nuts for. They wait all year long so they can go crazy. My neighbors are absolutely ridiculous. They put out so many lights.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and they also do one of those light up nights where they'll invite all their friends over. They shut down the block. They come out with the megaphones and they're like, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming over. We appreciate you." And this is in honor of some kind of charity that they do.
Yeah.
And it just pisses me off because they shut down my block for it. I'm like, we can't do a block party, but you're going to shut down the block to do a night of lights and hand out some candy canes and what is it called? Hot chocolate?
Yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
Fucking douche.
Yeah, I am a douche. I said that in the beginning. I opened up with, I don't really care
I don't
for
want a
this holiday.
Subway series. I don't want people shutting down my block for fucking Santa.
Yeah, well. So, Angelo, how are you doing this week?
Same as usual.
Oh, no, last week you were roses and candy. You were all sunshine and everything. Now you're grumpy Gus.
This week.
No? Someone shitting your cereal?
Yeah, I did.
Well, how'd it taste?
No.
It was creamy. I saw a funny meme today that was like, it's like a teacher, a bunch of kids. And she's like, "Okay, can anyone use definitely in a sentence?" And one kid's like, "Yeah, the sky is definitely blue." And she's like, "Well, not if it's raining out, because then it's gray." And another kid's like, "Yeah, the grass is definitely green." And she's like, "Not really. If you don't water the grass, then it's not green." And I was like, the other kid raises his hand. He's like, "Do farts have lumps?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Well, then I definitely shit my pants."
Nice. Crazy.
All right. So, gents, things that are going around this week. What's the big topics of the week? What have you heard about?
I heard HPV is making a big comeback.
Oof. Is it? Are you helping
The gift that keeps coming.
Yeah.
Are you spearheading that project?
I do have a head in the game on that one.
Crazy.
So, I mean, guess come on down and sign up to this project.
Come on down.
Yeah, the price is right.
You ain't cool unless you got HPV.
No.
Call me, Miles Davis.
Yeah.
So, lots of drones flying around still.
They're on.
Yeah, drones.
Lots of drones.
Lots of drones. Lots of good conspiracies about it,
Yeah.
which I personally love. I love a good conspiracy. I love conspiracy. This microphone sucks.
Yeah.
Again, talking shit about the microphones.
Yeah.
Just bring your face a little bit closer. Have it point
Your
at
face
your mouth.
is as far as my face.
They're spraying. The drones are spraying and killing us all.
Yeah, my dad came at me with that theory the other day, and he's like, "Listen, someone said that the whole Fauci project was what didn't happen with the first go round. So allegedly, they want to go ahead and start a new pandemic, and they're using the drones to take the chemical around and spray the people before Trump gets into office." I don't put much into that theory myself, but I mean, if you wanted to spread a pandemic really quickly, I mean, using a drone the size of a school bus sounds like a pretty good way to distribute it. I mean, you can basically sit over top of neighborhoods and just blanket them with the shit if you wanted to. It's not like a plane where you fly by and you hope that it lands into the neighborhood. No, you can just sit on top and just dump this stuff in the middle of the night. Nobody can see it.
Yeah, man. So we're talking about drones now. Let's do the drone intro.
Drone intro.
Drone intro.
Cue it in.
Queuing on in.
People in New Jersey are concerned and demanding information after a wave of mysterious drone sightings.
Lawmakers desperate for answers as mystery drones buzz over New Jersey neighborhoods.
For weeks now, New Jersey residents have been plagued by unexplained drones flying overhead. area are reporting a growing number of drone sightings in their communities following a wave of mysterious drone appearances in the skies over New Jersey.
Yeah, man.
So drones.
Very cute.
Now, here's my big issue with the whole drone thing and the Biden administration. So apparently Biden's people came out and said, oh, we don't know what they are. We don't know where they came from, but they're definitely not harmful. Like, how the hell are you going to tell me they're not harmful?
We know nothing about it, but trust me.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good. Don't worry about
these things.
Yeah, they're perfectly fine. They're supposed to be there. They've been there the whole time. You just didn't notice them till now. Like, really? Like, but we're not supposed to be worried about these things flying around. I think it's 7 states now. I think California, Arizona, New Jersey. There was one above the United Nations today in New York.
Yeah.
And we're not supposed to have any concerns about this. I mean, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he came out today. I didn't read it, but I saw like a headline with him in it.
Yeah. I mean,
in fairness, I'm not concerned, but it is weird.
no, you have no concerns about these drones overhead.
I don't really give a shit. If we die, we die. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a nonchalant way to think about it. Understandable. I mean,
Yeah.
what control do we have? Well, unless Trump says we're allowed to shoot them down, and now it sounds like a good sport.
You know what? The fact that nobody shot any of these things down just proves that they're flying over states with pussies in it.
No, that's
Somebody man the fuck up and shoot one of these goddamn things.
I've seen
that's not true. There's
I've seen
guys out
videos.
there popping shots. Yeah, they're good.
Shoot it the fuck down, man.
There's
These
somebody
things
was
aren't
also
fucking
trying to
tanks.
use-
They're
Sorry.
not armor plated.
Yeah, well, they're high though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're high. Someone was trying to shoot fireworks at it.
It's like that old. It's like that old joke. What's the difference between shooting men and shooting women and children?
Yeah,
You don't have to lead so much.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a drone that high in the sky. Imagine like your trajectory. How you like? I'm not that good of a shot.
Yeah.
Shit, I can barely throw a dart at a dartboard.
Look, if they fucking flew over Alabama or some shit, man, they'd be shooting rocket launchers at the goddamn thing. Like fucking thing would come down.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's why they're staying out of that
Yeah,
territory.
exactly. Like I said, flying over pussy states.
Everybody wants to know why, like why is it being allowed, and does the government know? And so they asked, Trump if they knew.
And Trump had one of the greatest answers ever. Of course they fucking know. They're
Yeah.
just not telling you.
we have that clip actually.
Yeah. Oh, look at
The
this.
government knows what is happening.
Yeah.
Look,
Yes.
our military knows where they took off from.
Right.
If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense.
Oh,
Right there, yeah.
I know. I figured it all came to me. They're drones by Diddy.
Oh,
They're dropping off bottles of Johnson and
Dropping
Johnson.
off Johnson & Johnson bottles.
delivery service drones
He's
flying
like, I'll
them on
release
in.
the tapes if you guys tell people what these drones are.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
We got to check to see if one's flying over Jay-Z's house.
Yeah.
I mean, the new theory now that the conspiracy theory is that apparently Iran, is going to attack America because of what we're doing through Ukraine with Russia. So they were saying that they're like scanning for nuclear radiation because apparently Iran's threatened to bomb like New York or Washington D.C. and there could be a nuclear ordinance hidden somewhere.
Oh,
That was a good conspiracy I heard.
I don't know about that, though. When it comes down to coming through our iron bubble, you see what Israel has as far as protection. There's no way that with the iron bubble over there, we don't have something that's either
Iron Dome.
or Iron Dome.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't have an Iron Dome.
No?
No.
You don't think we have something better than that?
No. No.
You don't think so? Because we gave them the Iron Dome. So
Right.
Yeah.
That's our tech.
I think so,
Well,
but no, but I think that for some reason I feel like I heard it was too complex.
you know what?
Like our territory is huge.
It's huge, but we also have massive military, just fucking bases and ordinances everywhere.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that if a nuclear device was detonated or fucking bomb landed in America, the government let it happen.
Yeah. Well, we can see. We also have a clip of what the government thinks about this.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear
Jesus, you guys
Mayorkas
loaded
and what
up
he had to
clips.
say. Yeah.
There's no question that people are seeing drones, and I want to assure the American public that we in the federal government have deployed additional resources, personnel, technology to assist the New Jersey State Police in addressing the drone sightings.
Wow, I'm glad they have the money for that, but North Carolina is still sitting in a pile of
just how
waste.
How fucking stupid does this sound? Oh, we gave some money to the New Jersey police to have them fucking figure it. Where's our military? What do we spend all this money on fucking military for? We're not even using them for just kind of shit. It sounds like that's a perfect thing the military should be looking at. Drones flying around, you know?
And if, what was it, the bubble or the balloons from China? Those got shot down in what, 20 minutes? They found those and we're like, no, we're taking this thing out? Why are we shooting?
They shot it down like after it flew across the country.
Yeah, that was
like,
terrible.
we're going to let it get every picture it needs and then we're going to shoot it down.
Yeah.
I mean, why are we shooting these little fuckers down? You know, send our military after it, blow them up.
They're scared for some reason. Oh, well, you know, I don't know if it's just, you know, they really don't
or
know.
It's theirs.
Right.
You know?
Or yeah, exactly. Do they really
You're not
not
going to
know?
shoot down your own fucking military stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, that, you know, it could be that. But, yeah, no, it is interesting that nobody came out and said anything. Also, like, in a somewhat related story, like, there was somebody out in, like, out on, like, the North Shore, you know, and doing something with a drone, and like the Boston police picked them up or something like that. There was some report of that happening.
North Shore of Long Island?
Yeah, so on the North Shore of Long Island, in the Sound or whatever that is. What is it?
Yeah, Long Island Sound.
Yeah, so Massachusetts and like Boston, like police picked up 2 guys that were like flying drones around an airport or something like that.
Oh. Well, so I was watching this video today, and it showed drones and like their capabilities. And apparently, if you go into a no-fly zone, or if you go into a place that you're not supposed to take off, on your remote control, it'll tell you you're in a restricted area, and your drone won't even take up off the ground. It won't actually
You can
move.
override that though, but they do know because like all the drones have to be registered serial numbers with the FAA and stuff.
They're supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you know, you just buy a drone and fly it around wherever the fuck you want. And that's kind of the other puzzling thing with these drones is that they're flying around wherever the fuck they want. You know, nobody's picking them up. Nobody's going after anybody. They had reports that they were flying from the ocean inland New Jersey. So they're taking off from a boat somewhere, you know?
Right.
like why are they taking off from a boat somewhere and flying over fucking Jersey, you know? And, I mean, if it is another country, I think it's 10 miles off the coast is international waters. So, like, we don't really have a jurisdiction there.
Interesting.
You know? So they could, like, just park 10 miles off the coast and have these military-type drones fucking fly in and check shit out. I mean, if these things are the size of a car, those are military-type drones. That's not your average. It's not your average 15-year-old pothead flying around in a fucking little cell phone drone. You know,
yeah. 249 grams.
Yeah.
With that said, are you using Tesla batteries to fly these things? I mean, if they're size of a school bus, then you have to have a substantial battery inside them.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah.
We're not talking about little fucking drones. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're big fucking drones. You know, I mean, that's what the military drones all are. They're fucking big. You know, those...
Yeah, but military drones look like little planes, where these guys look like
not
a
all
little
of them do.
handheld.
Not all of them look like that.
They're big. I haven't seen any real. Somebody else had mentioned in the news, they talk about how the lighting on these drones have like FAA lighting, whatever that means. Now,
they have like the strobes and stuff that like airplanes have, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, even like I have a little drone, DJI, whatever, and that thing flashes and has lights too. So I'm not sure, but that's tiny, and you can lose it in the sky if you're looking up. You're not going to really see it, you know?
Right. These guys are spotted from like a mile away.
Yeah.
I was watching this one video in the middle of the night, and it's just like this blinding red dot in the middle of the sky.
They also say that because of their size, although they're 6 feet in diameter, they're big, but they're actually too small to be picked up by radar.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I saw a thing with Jersey police where they were deploying drones to try to catch those drones.
Yeah. I would. I'd think if that was out here, I wish it was out here. I want to fly after that shit.
They had whatchamacallit, like heat was it infrared or whatever, where it's like you see the heat.
Thermal.
And they had thermal cameras, and they're like, these things have like insulation on them, so you can't pick up a thermal thermal detection on them. Yeah, so like
can't even use heat sinking
they're
missiles.
like basically flying blind, like trying to find one of these things flashing around. You know,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, you got to figure out a way to interfere with its transmission. Or you know what's funny? It may not even be using a transmission at all. It could be just pre-programmed.
Yeah, pre-programmed to go collect data and come back.
Yeah.
Oh, like the drones that fly around for the, what was it called? For
Like those light shows.
Yeah,
whatever?
those acrobatic light shows.
Yeah, maybe that's how they work too. But yeah, exactly. Like it has its mission programmed, and it's going to just do it with no intervention.
But the big question is, what's the mission?
I don't know. Somebody said they was spraying stuff. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's the thing. Nobody knows.
You think they're spraying Viagra on people?
Everybody's walking around with hard
walking
ons.
around raging boners.
Yeah.
If you have an erection after 4 hours, please contact the doctor.
Nah, man, they're spraying for mosquitoes over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just
it's
get
always,
rid of it.
it's always mosquitoes.
Fuck you, West Nile.
I saw a thing on Trump's Instagram saying that they were dropping off McDonald's to Chris Christie.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, Trump's the man.
In that same picture, it looked like Chris Christie was in a eating competition, too.
Yeah.
He was going for it.
Yeah. He was in his, very athletic form eating those McDonald's.
In his prime. He was in his zone.
Yeah.
Like the Nathan's hot dog eating dude.
Yeah, man.
So I also heard that they were flying around looking for nuclear missiles. Things that were lost in the 40s and 50s. Things that were
It's actually like if you look into that, it's pretty crazy how many nuclear ordinances that
Were lost.
Yeah, like that the military admits are like we don't know what happened to it, like because it's stupid. But this, I watched the whole show on this thing. It was like on History Channel. Like they like have like like fake bombing missions and stuff, but they put live nukes on the plane to like really simulate it, right? It's like you can't use weighted bags or sandbags or something like that. You got to use like real fucking bombs. So like they put like live nukes on these planes and like fly like fake missions and like dive bomb missions and bullshit, and like sometimes the fucking bomb falls out.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Just rolled out the door.
So
nuts.
we used to have 6 of these things in the warehouse. Now we only have 3. Where's the other 3 at? I don't know.
You ever heard of magnet fishing?
Magnet fishing. Yes, I have. Yeah.
And every now and then they get like, a Civil War era fucking
Yeah.
musket or some bomb or all this, kind of thing. Obviously not Civil War for bomb stuff, but
There wasn't much nuclear science going on in those days.
yeah, no. But I mean, I guess you could find like maybe grenade launcher or something like
Bro,
that.
in fucking Montauk.
I wish.
In Montauk, we went out there to go camping one time, right? Camp Hero, and we were where we weren't supposed to be, of course. And we're driving down this dirt fucking road over there, and there's a sign that says "Danger: Unexploded Military Ordinances." This is like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Right.
It was like "Danger: Unexploded Military Ordinances." I'm like, and it had like a picture, like a little fucking, like a little claymore, like a little mine, like the hell is that when you step on it and blow the fuck up?
Yeah, landmine.
Yeah, landmine.
Yeah, Bouncy Betty.
Oh my god, dude! I was like, "Holy shit, man! Maybe we got to be a little careful. Like, stay on the road, man. The road's got to be safe." All right, but we're camping off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, man. So like right here, we have that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nuclear, but so that show I was watching said that there's like I think it was 38 nuclear devices that have officially gone missing.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's
Right?
a lot.
Pretty
Yeah.
a lot, right? Since like the 60s till now.
Yeah.
With that said, how much did that cost the American public to create those bombs?
That
for them to
doesn't
lose them?
matter. It's a few dollars between friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we have steel pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
So you said 30 what?
It was like 38,
38.
something like that. It was up there.
That's a lot of nuclear bombs.
Well,
Yeah.
you know that there's actually like a big concern about like future beings, whether they're, humans or whatever. Like when everybody's dead and gone, we'll be like a civilization that can be potentially discovered, right? Well, there's going to be sites like you say, 38 sites that could potentially just detonate, and just
and
destroy whoever's
blow
looking
up,
there,
yeah.
right? So, it's like you got to put some hieroglyphics on there that they can figure out, you know?
Some poor future caveman redeveloping his mind, digging for food. Is like,
Yeah.
So I used to live outside of Fort Knox in a town called Elizabethtown. And right next to that was Radcliffe. Now, Radcliffe was next to Fort Knox. And they would sit there and test their mortars and things like that and just shoot them up in the air. And these are baby soldiers. I mean, they're going through boot camp learning how to use all this stuff. So there was a lot of misfires and stuff. And they'd accidentally shoot these things off of base. And there was this story of this dude, like, mowing his front lawn. And all of a sudden, like, a mortar comes down and explodes and blows up his tree in the middle of the yard while he's sitting there mowing his lawn. You know what I mean? Like,
I can see it.
yeah.
Not the most organized people.
And he's probably on a ride-on lawnmower with a fucking Budweiser.
Yeah, Budweiser. Probably blew up, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, America!
There you go, boys.
Wouldn't happen anyway. Freedom's not free."
I'm gonna start my front yard for a kid to put cars.
Yeah.
My American flag never looked so much, or it never flew so
Imagine
nicely.
that. He just like chugs his beer. He's like, "I love this country."
I would have moved closer to the base if I could.
Yeah.
This is amazing, God damn it.
That would one hell of a firework.
Yeah.
Yo, Pennsylvania, you need to start selling those. I need more this next year, real ones.
So that same show I was watching was talking also about, like, I think it was called Project Bluebird. It was like so when the official sightings of UFOs became a thing.
Yeah.
You know, when it was like nationwide newspapers and they couldn't deny it anymore. They had a branch of the government looking into UFO sightings and following which ones are real, which ones are fake, looking at what's what, right?
Right.
So they determined that most of the UFO sightings that happen around nuclear power plant facilities, nuclear testing facilities, and the areas where they lose these nuclear fucking devices.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so it's like the fucking aliens are like watching us because they're like, these guys don't need this shit, man. They're retarded. They keep losing this shit.
Should have never taught him.
Yeah. They keep losing this shit. They're irresponsible. They detonated on the water. They detonated in the sky. You know, like, fucking retards.
That's what happens when you give Americans explosions.
Yeah.
I always watch that show, Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
It's on like repeat all the time. But yeah, talk about, how could it be a coincidence that the pyramids align with Orion's belt?
Oh, yeah.
It's
and
amazing.
then, like, the ones in Mexico align with Orion, too.
Yeah.
Like, they're exactly, like, the largest one there is, like, half the size of the biggest one in Egypt.
It's crazy.
Like,
dude.
exactly half the size. And, like,
Yeah.
the dimensions of them. Like, all this crazy shit, man. It's like, there's just too many coincidences for that to be made by, like, the average guy like us, you know?
Yeah. Something was going on.
Something crazy was happening.
Then you got like weird shit like Stonehenge.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
People are like, whoa, it's a circle.
Well, I mean,
Right? Aren't they like in a circle?
when you were
It is.
a
It's like some weird circle thing.
when you were a caveman back then, what else were you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't lifting those fucking rocks, bro.
No.
I
Those were
mean,
giant rocks.
think about how much stuff has gotten lost in history.
Well, that's like the point. Like, you know, the ancient Egyptian pyramids that they thought were like, you know, just for like tombs. They never found any bodies. You know, it's not a tomb. Like the three pyramids that, you know, everyone associates with Egypt, there was never any tombs in them. They never found anybody in there. So, you know, there was other pyramids that had tombs, but not that. And, you know, the way that they're structured, the way that they sit, the way, you know, they're also on like a magnetic fault line, and all these giant structures are found on magnetic fault lines.
Well, I mean, look at the first computer. The first computer was the size of a house, and now we walk around with that same technology. No, way better technology sitting in our pocket.
You're right.
In a handheld device. So
Right.
maybe like
So
to
the
use.
first computer was created by aliens.
Well, I mean, how'd they get here? They had to have some kind of technology to get
You're
through
damn
space.
right they did.
You just don't fly through space on hope and a dream in a fucking a paper airplane.
Yeah.
Unless you do, but hey, I'm not an alien.
there's a comedian that said, like, you know, he's like, you think about the aliens that, like, visit, like, you know, Earth. He's like, they got to be like the college kid aliens, you know? They're like, yeah, like they're out drinking at a party, like, let's get naked and fly to Earth, you know? He's like, and then they crash.
We're going
we find them, and they're just naked, you know? He's like, none of them ever wearing clothes, and they end up crashing, so they got to be drunk or something, you know? Fucking.
We're going streaking on Earth. We're gonna really mess with these this other species.
Let's go abduct somebody, do butt stuff to them. Yeah.
Bet you won't put that probe in that thing's butt. Bet you I will.
It's funny because they all have mouths, but none of them are ever pictured with assholes, right? So they got to be like, what's this other hole for? And they just start putting things in it when they got us on their fucking ship. You know?
So do you think they're like jellyfish? Like they eat and shit out the same hole?
It might. I didn't know jellyfish did that.
Yeah, the jellyfish only have one hole. It comes in their mouth, then they digest it, and then it comes out that same hole. So maybe aliens do the same thing.
Could be.
So, and now you're talking about the Greys, right?
Yeah, not the reptilians, man. Those are weird.
Oh, yeah, the Greys. Yeah,
Not the Nancy Pelosi ones.
So, do you believe in?
Oh, speaking of Nancy Pelosi,
okay.
I think she might have to sell out her stocks.
Why?
Yeah, because in Congress the other day they were trying to vote that people holding power can no longer be invested into the stock market.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's still being voted on though.
Yeah,
They're not going to do that.
you don't think so?
No.
You don't think American people aren't going to sway them to go that direction?
I don't think American people have any fucking sway to do anything.
We do have our vote, buddy.
Yeah, we vote. We don't vote on federal things. We vote on state things.
Yeah, we voted on the people who are there to vote in favor of what we want. Doesn't mean they'll do it. And the other thing is that, yeah, I mean, I was listening to some of that shit, and like they were talking about like members of Congress who come in and already have like an established business. Let's say I already have an established business with like 1,000 employees, and I'm doing well for myself, but I'm coming into Congress because I want to like whatever serve the people,
Right?
so they want them to divest.
Yeah.
I heard that.
That sucks.
Well, kind of.
Who the hell would want to serve the people?
Well,
has money.
think about-
Yeah, I'm going to retire now.
There's two sides to that coin. So let's say you own an NFL team, right? And then all of a sudden you get hired to be like the head of the referees. Well, don't you think you're going to have the referees sway a little bit more towards your NFL team than other NFL teams? You're going to rig some games so your team wins and then you can make better investments off of it?
Oh, you're talking about something different.
Well, what I'm saying is when it comes down to it, I don't think that if you do go into Congress with a business, you should not be involved in making decisions in that sector. I think because you are invested into that sector through your business, you should not be able to vote on things about that. I think you should be
Excluded.
excluded from it. And then that would make it right. Make people that are not invested into that particular product, let's say fuel, and you're an oil tycoon, and you show up and you're like, yeah, let's vote for drilling everything. All lands are open for drilling, and everything can be expanded. And
I mean, they did make Trump sign off control of his business before he got in.
correct,
Oh, they gave it to his sons or something like that, right?
he did.
Yeah, I mean, so like you could do that, or like what Dum Dum said. You know, you could just make them, you know, like exclude, like they can't be on committees. Like, you know, if they own an oil company, they can't be on energy committees and other fucking things that will sway one way or another. You know, but
Corruption's
I think
hard to avoid.
it is hard to
It is.
avoid, but
Yeah.
I think it's stupid to say like, oh, you guys got to sell your business if you want to fucking be a senator, you know, or run for office. It's like,
Yeah.
but you know, and the same thing with stocks. Like if you already own a portfolio, you could sell it off, but you can't trade. You know, trading stocks is worse than the business, honestly, because you could just invest in anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Like, you could be
you
on
have
any
adva-
committee and just be like, "Oh, well, we're going to pass this law next week, so I'm going to buy some of those stock."
Right. You
You
have
know?
advanced knowledge,
Like
you know.
literally Nancy Pelosi style. You know,
It's legitimate inside trading.
Yeah,
Well,
fucking-
that's why we have, you know, the Nancy Pelosi stock index ETF thing. You just watch that.
Yeah, I think she made 65% gains.
Yeah, she made
She's
a lot.
she's doing better than Warren Buffett.
She's
Yeah.
doing well.
So
Doing amazing.
I heard she broke her hip.
But what's crazy about it is,
Hope she dies from it.
Yeah, she's over in Germany. She like slipped and fell.
Who cares? But let's
Damn.
fucking who cares? She gave such fucking problems. Who cares? So the reality of everything is that even if they pass the laws, let's say they pass the laws, I got to divest. Okay, I got nothing. Okay, you're not allowed to buy stock. Okay, that's no problem. Fuck it. Let's say they did it. All you got to do is just say, hey, nephew, put $10,000 on this.
Well, that's kind of what Nancy does now. She has
You know what I'm saying? It's still going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I
You know
see
what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
What am I supposed to do? Fucking sit in my Senate seat and not fucking do shit, talk to nobody for fucking 20 years. How long did he serve?
So here's the issue
That's
with
another
that.
problem is we got to get him out of office faster.
Yeah, look at Bernie Sanders. That guy, he been ready for the box.
You just
Well, Nancy Pelosi too.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Ruth Ginsburg was there. What is it? Ruth Ginsburg. She's like, apparently her daughter had power of attorney over her, but she was still in office voting.
Wasn't she a judge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
She
then
was still making fucking laws.
that's a risk though. You said invest into your you call up your nephew and you're like, hey, invest in this, and then all of a sudden you call your nephew and it just so happens Hunter Biden picks up the phone. Oh yeah, I'm going to invest in that, and now he's doing blow and hookers and buy new guns.
All right,
So
I don't see the correlation that you're trying to make there.
I'm saying that yes, you could invest into your nephew, but then your nephew could be a jerk off, you never know. So, I mean, it's much different than you being in office making those investments than you telling someone, hey, you should invest in this. And then once you get money, you should give it back to me. I mean, there's a good chance that person's going to be like, nah, I went ahead and invested and now it's my money.
Well, family money's family money. You know?
Yeah.
Chances are your nephew's not going to have $100 million to put in the stock market. You know? So.
Not just that. Like, some families are different, There are very tight and close-knit families. It's communities that are like that.
All of these families are like that, man.
Yeah.
When you're in the fucking limelight like that, look at the fucking Rothschilds. They know every single descendant of the fucking original family for hundreds of years,
Yeah.
They know everybody who gets married, everybody who's involved, everybody who's around. They know everything, and they use them.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a royal family.
That's how That's how America operates. Instead of having one monarch, we just divided it between 200 people. And we're like, all right, you guys could all rule.
Hold on a second. That monarch right there is not just in our country. That's the
it's a
Federal
worldwide-
Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Federal Reserve owns lots of people's currencies. It owns England's currency. I believe it owns France's currency. It owns our currency.
Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a story right there all into its own. So when it came down to England and the way the Federal Reserve got their money, it was during the Napoleon War. So Napoleon and England were off fighting, and the Federal Reserve was like, how are we going to get their money? So
Federal Reserve wasn't created till like 1920.
Well, no, my dude, they're definitely involved in their money. So hold on,
So
let
are
me
you
tell
talking
you.
about the Rothschilds or are you talking about the Federal Reserve? Because those are two different things, but they're the same.
I believe the Federal Reserve owns England's money as well. Same Federal Reserve. They're the ones that are giving out the money. They're giving out the loans. So during the war of England and France, and they were out fighting Napoleon, the people from the Federal Reserve went into England and they were like, hey guys, sorry to say this, but you guys lost and your money's not worth shit because Napoleon kicked your ass. And so they were like, oh shit, what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and sell out all our money because it's not going to be worth dick in about 3 weeks once France comes in and takes over. So that's what they did. They sold their money to the Federal Reserve and they were like, yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and take it. And now they're in charge of their money and their bullion and everything. And they do the same thing for us. They give us our loans and that's what puts us in debt, just like over here in America. But then the English soldiers got back and they won the war. And then once they were walking through town and they were like cheering and they were looking for their big parade, and then all the investors and all the people who own money over in England are like, what the fuck? Oh, this sucks. And they're like, no, this is great. We won the war. And they're like, no, this sucks. We gave up all our money. Like, we don't have control of our money anymore. And then the soldiers like, what the fuck do you guys do? Like, and unfortunately, we didn't have.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. Google that shit.
So the Federal Reserve is a central system of the United States, and it was created in December 23rd, 1913.
All right.
With the enactment of the Federal Reserve Act, after a series of financial panics, particularly the Panic of 1907, It led to the desire for the central control of monetary system in order to alleviate financial crisis. So the main thing was to handle the panics, Great Depression and Great Recession. But I don't know about like talking about like Bank of England and shit.
Yeah. I don't think our Federal Reserve.
Bank of England was
anything to do
1694.
with, any of that. Napoleon shit. When was the Napoleon French War? Before America was a country? Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
No. Well, I can tell you that.
Well, so Napoleon Bonaparte, he was like the French emperor or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, what wars did they not have? They had a lot of wars.
1813.
1813.
Yeah, the battle took place on October 16th through the 19th of 1813.
So is that like
and was one of
100
Napoleon's
years before
worst
the Federal
defeats?
Reserve was created?
Something like that, yeah. Long time ago, bro. A little bit different there.
I mean, same families.
I agree with you. The Rothschilds controlled the money in Europe at the time, and the Federal Reserve gave them the American currency when that was created 100 years later. But
I mean, so they branched out their market. They have different names for the different areas of control that they have, but they still have the control. They're still the ones that
the
are
Rothschilds, not the Federal Reserve.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
yeah. All right.
So
That's what I was trying to differentiate before, but you're like, no, it's the Federal Reserve.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Back in 1776, they created the Federal Reserve first, which controlled Britain's money.
All right.
And then Napoleon came in and was like, no. And then the soldiers were like, what'd you do?
And the aliens showed up and were like, "We'll build pyramids for you."
Yeah, and now all of a sudden we have drones looking for nuclear devices. Who knows?
And that is Bitcoin.
Yeah. Rothschilds own that too.
Yeah, probably. I heard something the other day about Bitcoin where it was like, and I'm not going to go deep into it. But,
we can't go on another.
real quick, that supposedly if the original guy, whoever created it, was found out, it would go to zero.
Yeah.
$0 the next
would.
day, which is pretty interesting.
Why is that?
I don't know. Something about the guy, whoever really created it.
Well,
It would go to zero
It was like made by
if anybody
Russia
knew.
or something. It's
Yeah.
It's Putin.
Zero. It would go to fucking zero is what he said.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Was that old white guy, right?
Yeah, Dana Pena.
Yeah.
I like him. He's great, dude.
Yeah, I like
He's
him.
great. You got no fucking balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of pussies. I mean, you know that there's people who pay $25,000 to go to his school?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. And then they just, if you don't make it, they fucking throw you out.
Yeah.
You lose your money.
Oh, that's like most
There's
colleges.
so many of those motherfuckers.
Not a college.
Get rich.
Well, that's what I'm
schools.
saying. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, so they don't have the name college on it, but it's still you go to learn to
Well, they
pick
call
up
them
a trade.
universities. Like Trump had like Trump U,
It's not a trade. So he basically trains you how to be,
a high income earner.
which is something completely different than any trade. I mean, and I understand that. He's like, in one of his segments, he talks about, he's like, do you think the fucking Elon Musk chills? He goes to the bar and hangs out?
Yeah.
No.
He went to UFC and all that.
But he slept on the floor of his fucking factories and shit,
Yeah.
and worked super hard in order to get where he's
Yeah.
at.
He's like, you think on a Friday he's calling his friends up to see
Yeah.
what they're doing? No, he's fucking working. He's
Right.
figuring out new things to do. He's
All the time, he's like, come back to work, get off the fucking couch. You're not allowed to work remote no more. Come into
That's
the
like-
office.
said Trump never even drank a beer before. Like
Yeah,
they're just these kind of individuals they're just different wavelengths.
yeah.
And the average alcoholic fat fuck.
They not like us.
No, they not like that.
Yeah, Sam.
Gang.
Wow. This is definitely going to make me look at myself differently in the mirror.
Yeah. What a waste of life.
Did we just go to a depressing hole? Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. If there's any therapist out there, please give me a call.
Nah, man. But yeah, so it's like, I can understand that.
Yeah.
That mentality. It was very very good motivational speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to always listen to it in the car.
getting told you're a fucker.
on the work.
You're a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, it's fucking, it's amazing. Like, well, because he even says it. He's like, some people do not deserve to be alive, and I believe that.
Oh yeah.
There's like a ton of people out there who are just like sucking up the fucking air,
Yep.
contribute nothing, like to themselves or anybody else, and or stir up shit for no reason.
It's true.
You know?
Germany knew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Germany was like, I know a bunch of people that don't want to, you shouldn't be here.
You're not
Fuck these people.
It's crazy. Yo, you know what's funny? They did some weird experiment with like a guy in Germany dressed up like Adolf Hitler, and they drove him around in a car, and everybody was giving him the fucking salute and shit.
really?
Oh yeah, they loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were taking pictures. They're like, "Oh, he's back."
Yeah. It's wild. And
National hero.
what's even crazier is like, so, you know, we used to salute the American flag just like that.
Yeah.
And they changed it because of that.
Yeah, put your hand on your heart. Don't raise your hand.
No,
in the air.
fucking, I see a little, I see a black and white photo of like a little kid's, you know, fucking going like this to Hail Hitler, fucking salute in the classroom. I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, obviously that was a bad look. So,
And you're like, yeah, we should change
yeah,
this.
you take your head down and just put it right here on your chest.
Yeah, let's keep it over here in this area.
Yeah, it's crazy. But,
So, I mean, we have a different salute than everybody else when it comes down to our soldiers.
yeah.
Yeah, their fingers go up because we've never lost a war, and everybody else has to put their fingers down.
We lost plenty of wars.
None that we claim. Okay.
I'm like, hold on, wait. We never so we won Vietnam. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Like
We
that,
didn't win
that
in
worked
Afghanistan.
out.
lose.
Did that work out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we lost that war.
Yeah. We were like, you know, we're tired of our soldiers just dying. So
Yeah.
they're going to stop sending them.
In Afghanistan, I mean, we just decided not to be there anymore. We're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
We've been here
here's your
long enough.
contingency prize. All of our prized military fucking technology.
I recently heard something about Afghanistan, and it's supposedly they're building like luxury housing right now.
Are they?
Yeah, like they're you know, whatever money they got, I guess, but they're building luxury housing. I think they're like trying to do some kind of like tourism thing. I
You
mean,
ever see videos of Afghanistan? It was Afghanistan back in like the 60s.
No. Why?
It looked like New York City.
yeah,
Yeah. It was like people just walking around, women, you know, like you think like this country is like fucking like, you know, like crazy Muslim, like, you know, poor fucking people. It wasn't
Yeah.
like that at all. Wasn't like that at all until
like a desert
Russia
city.
and America started destabilizing them
Yeah,
because of oil. You know, so it was like Russia was funding some terrorist group, we were funding another terrorist group, and just creating unrest in that region. And that eventually led to what we went to war about, you know, later on in fucking time.
yeah,
And it's all about fucking oil. So, like, we basically destroyed those countries. Same thing like they say. Like, we took out the Saddam Hussein, right?
yeah,
They said that was, like, the worst thing to happen over there because Saddam Hussein, as crazy of a dictator as we were told he was,
yeah.
kept shit together. Same thing with Gaddafi. We took out Gaddafi. Now there's, like, people getting raped and killed every fucking day over there in fucking, in Africa, you know, in Kuwait or wherever the fuck he was.
I don't know. No,
And it's
yeah.
like, we purposely destabilized the area so we could come in to save the day, you know?
yeah,
And then we come in there and then they just hate us more, which I don't blame them.
Well, the same thing going on over in Egypt. You guys brought up the pyramids earlier. And like back in the 60s, when you saw pictures of that, people were just walking around and you saw the mummy, like ladies were just walking around being ladies. And now like the whole area is completely Muslim.
Yeah.
And it's like not very welcoming to anybody who's not Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is like, you know, whatever your religious beliefs are, whatever your cultural beliefs are, the way you know your society is the way it is. I'm not trying to change that. I don't think anybody should try to change that.
No.
If the people, it should be the will of the people. Like if they decide that they don't like it and they want to rise up against themselves, then by all means, you know, do what you got to do.
So what do you think about Israel?
What do I think about Israel?
Well, I mean, those people over there decided they want to go ahead and make their country the way they want to, and they're bombing the what is it, Palestinians?
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're fighting it out, and you know,
It's a very simplified, stupid point of view of what's going on over there.
Whoa. I'm just saying, listen,
Just for our listeners that aren't dumb.
yo, I mean, Angelo wants to go off on his rant. He can go off on a rant. I was just saying, like, to your point, we should stay out of it and let them do whatever the hell they want to do over there. It's their country. If they want to go ahead and fight for it, then they should go ahead and like have it out.
well, my thing isn't really necessarily yeah, they should fight for whatever they want to fight for. But my thing is like, all right, so like whatever, women aren't allowed to wear like, you know, uncovering, like clothes, like bathing suits and things like that. They have to cover their clothes and stuff like that.
Correct.
That's the way they are. Nobody should tell them how to do that unless they live there, right? They accepted that. But I think that there's people out there who are saying that there's these people who are like asking for help, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because like think about how quickly that whole situation really folded. For years that we were in war in Afghanistan, fighting and trying to train these guys how to defend themselves against the Taliban. And the fucking thing folded in a couple of days.
And we gave it to we handed the Taliban the keys to our fucking Apaches. We're like, here you go. Here you go, man.
Yeah. They didn't want it.
You guys need flight lessons?
Who didn't want it?
They didn't want the West. There are cultures out there.
They didn't want the West.
They don't want the Western way of how things are. They they're fine being slaves to whoever or whatever it is that they are. You know they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're okay with that. And that.
Well, the women weren't. The women really liked having rights and being able to go around and go.
We
to
don't know
school.
that.
That's not true.
We don't know that.
Oh no,
I'm not a woman. I don't know
that.
that.
So how come when people come here, right? Like we have a Muslim police department in the city.
Okay.
Right. They come here. They migrate to America. They bring their wives. They still live under Sharia law.
Then why did they come here?
Because they want to come here for more money, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the husband.
But they
works.
come here and they still live underneath the same principles they lived under there, and they have all the freedom in the world to do whatever the fuck they want because it's America. They can leave their husband and run away, but they don't.
Right? They choose to stay the way that it is.
They choose to stay. They choose to stay covered up. I know you see them in the fucking stores all covered up.
Whether you think it's like brainwashed or whatever it is, I mean, it may be, but at the end of the day,
I'm not saying it's one way or another.
That's their problem, not mine.
I keep an open mind in this situation. That's where when I look at this situation and I'm like, okay, you decided to leave your country with all of that there to come to our country, which we do it things totally different than what you want to do over there.
No.
But you want to bring that up.
But there's freedom of religion, so they could do
freedom of
whatever
religion.
the fuck they
Freedom
want.
of religion's one thing, but if you go to Deer Park, Michigan, and you look at that, they want everything to turn into like their culture. They're bringing that over here, and then they want to bring that and enforce their culture on people.
If that's the majority of the people that live there.
If you look at Britain, like they walk down the streets and they slut shame women for wearing their clothes the way they want to in Britain. I mean, they decided to go into a different country and then take their thought and being and enforce that onto normal people who have nothing to do with their culture.
They are normal people.
Well, I mean, they're slut shaming people for wearing their outfits out in the evenings.
Well, I don't disagree with a little slut shaming because these girls are getting a little out of control. But
yeah,
at the same time, if they're the majority of people, Britain shouldn't have let them in. You know?
Yeah.
That's
wait, hold on. Now you're contradicting yourself over there, Bubba.
No, because Britain's not a free country.
I mean,
it's not. It's not a free country. It's not America.
Right. They have a democracy, but not necessarily free.
So you're saying here in America.
So if you don't want those people coming into your country, just like how we don't want Mexicans coming into our country, secure your border.
Whoa. Mexicans can come into our country all they want as long as they go through the proper channels.
Yeah, so Mexicans won't be coming into our country then.
Yeah, we have an influx problem. It's the amount of people trying to come in is too great, and they know that with the current administration and the way things are, that they can get in, and so they're doing that. And the vast majority of the people who are coming here aren't even Mexican.
Nope.
They're of other descents. You know, they're from other places,
from
South Africa,
and China. And shit,
yeah,
you know? It's like
they know
the door's open.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone left the door wide open.
Close that door.
In fact, I knew a person once. His family was over in Ukraine when the war first broke out, and they tried to get their his parent-in-laws to come in to the country, and they tried to go through proper channels, and they couldn't get him into the country. So what they did was they flew into Mexico, and they were able to walk in through Mexico, and now they got into the country. And then once they got into the country, then they were able to get the papers that they needed, and now they're here in America.
Yeah.
So they just used the system that was open to them. Like Trump said, like, hey, it's not my fault you made these rules. I'm just using them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Like if you don't want the rules in place, get rid of them.
It's crazy. So some guy, I don't know what it was. If it was like El Salvador or somewhere, some South American or something like that. They're like a something of justice. I don't remember. It was in the news the other day. But anyway, he said that, like, you know, if we kick those guys out of our country who, like, illegally crossed over, he'll send them straight to jail in his country. You know?
Apparently a lot of the people that they brought here,
Yeah.
like Venezuela or something, was like just letting prisoners out, telling them, like, get out of our country, go to America.
Yeah.
We don't want our taxpayers to have to pay for you to be in jail. So if you guys leave and go to America,
Yeah.
we'll let you out.
Yeah, I heard that.
But you got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Yeah.
the problem with that is, like, for them to hold them in their jails, it's 1/16 the cost of an American citizen paying his taxes for someone sitting in jail right now. Like, our prisoners, because of what they did with the prison system and everything. Yeah.
It costs like $50,000 a year to have some fucking jerk off sitting around in jail.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trading fucking,
Which is crazy because,
Doritos.
like, the average American makes $50,000 a year. You know?
Trading Doritos for razor blades.
Making the prison burritos, huh?
Yeah. making the fucking the mop wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I watched that like 60 Days In. I used to like that show.
Oh, I like
sending like the undercover fucking guy inside the fucking jail.
I love all those prison shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
I
find
like
them
when
out.
the motherfucker when a fucking guy like gets involved in like selling drugs or something like that, and then ends up going to jail because he fucking they're like, look, you can do anything, just don't get involved with any criminal activity. And they're like in there, like somebody's like, yo, hold down this fucking weed for me. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, just stick it in my ass, man. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
The old prison wallet.
Well, it's funny, right? Because the warden's like, we want to know how the drugs are coming in, whether it's through the COs or the visitors that are coming to see the guys, you know, the cons, whatever. We want to know how it gets in here, and like, you know, it's the COs bringing it in, and then
Fuck yeah.
Of course.
yeah, they're getting that extra pay, you know, whatever. It's crazy, dude. It's
Well, I
crazy.
mean, their $40,000 a year doesn't really cut the mustard. If they can go ahead and sneak a bunch of drugs in,
yeah.
now they're making $100K off, like, plus their $40K
Yeah.
and their pension.
I was watching it. They were like hiding it in the fucking food and shit, sneaking it into the fucking lunch and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Well, let's go back to drones. I've heard they're using drones now to drop off drugs and stuff in prisons. So yeah, they'll find out where like little holes in the prison walls are, and then they'll have the drone come in and bring it down and drop it directly into there.
It's crazy. Like a year or two ago, I was watching some guy, and it was on the news. The guy fucking escaped the prison from the fucking outside, like the prison, like they have rec time or whatever.
Was this Chapo?
Or
a different guy?
Oh no, different guy. He like fucking. They had a video of it. The motherfucker parkoured out of that shit.
Really?
Yeah, he was like
Oh, I saw that.
kicking off the
Yeah.
fucking walls over the fence. I'm like, damn. Like, how come nobody did that sooner? I was like, shit.
Because there's only one Jackie Chan in this world.
I don't know if they ever caught that guy, but shit. I mean, if you went through all that shit to get the fuck out, I'd let him be.
Yeah.
Here's your medal,
Unless
buddy.
he's a murderer, then we should probably get him.
Yeah, or shoot him.
Yeah, or
I think
rapist
they
or
got
something
him.
crazy.
I think they found that guy because I saw that shit, man. And they're like, oh man, we really need to put some barbed wire up there.
a little higher, you know, so I can't do that. Crazy shit.
Make a little extension for this
Yeah.
thing.
I think they found that guy in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like in the woods or some shit.
Maybe that's what the drones are out doing.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Mapping the floors, looking for ways to stop escapees from leaving prisons.
Who knows? If it's Iran and they might be looking for vulnerabilities they could attack. You know, if it's America, they might be fucking dropping chemicals on us or some fucking stupid shit.
Well, I
Who
I
knows?
listened to this comedian, and he was talking about people invading, and he's like, "Well, if you invade America, you don't want to go down to the South because
Oh yeah, yeah. Like by the time the military shows up, the war would be over.
just a bunch of beer cans and shotgun shells
Yeah.
all over the place."
Bunch of Bush Light beer cans and fucking, and they're like, "Oh, we got it, boys."
Yeah, what's up, boys? Don't worry about this. We took care of this.
Yeah, guys, like there'd be a fleet of pickup trucks just heading over to the shore to blow shit up. We've been waiting for this since 1776.
Don't worry, we'll take care of this.
Yeah. It's really the truth, man. That's why there's never really been a war on American soil.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about our soldiers. You have to worry about the civilians. I mean,
Yeah.
there's more guns in this country than there are people.
Yeah.
Yep.
our ability to own guns scares our own government, which is why they keep making laws to restrict what we're allowed to own.
I mean, that scares all governments. That's why Germany took their guns away from their citizens.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, well, you saw what happened.
No, I didn't see it. I wasn't there.
Oh, well, I mean, you saw it in his. Shut up. Dude, really?
Pictures?
Why are you so condescending?
It is crazy though, like the school violence thing and stuff like that that's happened in the last, I don't know, 2 decades or whatever it's been since like Columbine and all that. Like, I visited the school the other day, and bulletproof glass all over the place, fucking separated entryway. You got to fucking be screened and shit. I'm like, wow, it was never like that.
It feels like a White Castle.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like, wow, this is crazy. And I mean, I don't know any like high school kids or anything like that, but I remember like senior year, or even before that, I would just be bouncing. I would just get in my car, fucking drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Come back and fucking come through the doors. They were open.
Yeah.
Like now, like you can't even. Can you do that? Like I don't even know.
Yeah, you kick open the door, you leave a book there so you can get back into it. Make sure it doesn't.
Yeah. No, they used to like they would leave like the. I remember
all the doors were unlocked.
Yeah, they left
anything-
the specific area open. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't anything to worry about, and you just fucking left, came back.
Yeah. Now everything's fucking lock and key, bro. Psh, forget it.
Yeah, but
It's a secure facility.
statistically speaking, though, when it comes down to unaliving yourself or unaliving other people, I think they say that 40 to 60% are people that unalive themselves. And then after that, it's inner city violence. And then way down at the bottom percentage of like 2% of all people that unalive other people come down to random shootings like that.
I want to know how often what are the statistics for that happening in like London?
Well, they
Or,
don't
like-
have guns. So
You don't think they have guns in England?
No, so there's a new rule in England because of stabbings. So they decided they don't have guns. They make guns illegal.
Pointy knives.
Yeah. Well, you can,
Yeah, blunt fucking knives.
yeah.
You're not allowed to have pointy knives.
And then if you have a knife,
Because people still kill people.
Yeah.
well, yeah, they have there's a law if there's something written on your knife, then that's going to get you an extra charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you have like an engraved knife.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you have an engraved knife or
So you ever seen those late night QVC and in the middle of the night they got 1,000 fucking pocket knives, all fucking different ones.
Can't
and
have any of that.
Yeah, fucking carved up, nice looking blade. Can't have that.
well, that's a prison charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. QVC would not be allowed in.
Yeah. It wasn't like QVC. It was something like that where it was you ordered it through the TV. I've never done that.
No, you never ordered 3,000 knives to your house?
No, I never ordered
For
anything through
70
TV.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Never seen on TV devices?
No,
You didn't
not
buy
even
the
like
shake
a
away?
fucking, not even a fucking My Pillow.
No.
Yeah, that guy. You ever seen his commercials lately?
No, not lately.
It's he just keeps dropping the fucking price. Nobody wants them shits.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him a little bit because he went,
Well, it's
He went
because
full
he
retard.
supports Trump, and they're like,
yeah,
oh, man, we
on the
gotta-
Trump campaign, and then that was it.
We got rid of these my pillows. These are MAGA pillows.
Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond was like, get your fucking pillows out of here.
Oh, so did you see? Yeah, did you see? Was it ABC News has to fucking they lost the defamation lawsuit to Trump,
Oh, really?
and they have to issue an apology to him on air.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't read into it very much, but it's $100 million or something like that. There's some stupid shit like that. They got to pay Trump,
Wow.
and they have to issue an apology.
Yeah.
Or they didn't call it an apology. The same thing the View did. It's a legal notice. It's a legal notice.
Yeah.
Not an apology for all the shit they talked about for the last fucking 8 years.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, good for him, man. Get them. It's crazy. It's off the rails. Keep going, talking bullshit. Yeah. It's oh my God,
I mean, when it comes down to it, all that bullshit, all the people that are spouting lies, I mean, will they ever apologize? I watched this. I have this guy on my Instagram, and he comes out there and throws out the most bogus videos constantly. And he just went on Piers Morgan, and the Republicans made him leave in tears. He was crying, he was whining, and every fact that he brought up, they're like, no, bro, that's not a fact. That's fiction. You're talking about feelings. We don't give a shit about your feelings. Pack that up in a napkin, and if you come with us with facts, we'll talk to you. But if not, then we don't really want to hear what you have to say. And everything that you're spouting out is absolute garbage.
Yeah, I really love that people think feelings are facts. Where feelings matter more than facts. And it's like, no one gives a shit about your feelings. I mean, this shit happened to me the other day on the train. You know, we were talking bullshit, and I kept saying gay or fag or something. And, like, some lady flipped out, and she's like, there's children on this train. And it's, like, 10 o'clock at night, like 10:30 at night. I'm like, well, first of all, why is your kid out this late if you care? You care about your little kid. Why is he fucking out here right now? And on top of that, like...
Well, he was also saying it to the child.
The
So
world
that
is
was
not...
the problem.
I was calling the kid. Yeah.
You little faggot.
You can tell he was fruity.
Why are you on this train?
But
It's 10
fucking-
o'clock. You should be in bed.
The world is not a safe space for your fucking children. People die every single fucking day.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yes.
You gotta have your head on the swivel. I mean, we live in a country where it's not a constant war zone, but that doesn't mean some jerk off's not gonna take their car and drive down the fucking block and take people out, you know? Or fucking shoot up their school or whatever, you know?
Well, I think Darwin should have his way. Take all the stickers off. All warning labels should be removed for 2.5 years.
Get rid of all these dumb kids. You know?
Yep.
The safer we make our society, the stupider and more relaxed and careless the people are.
Yeah.
You know? The safest intersections in the world are the most deadly because people just think, oh, I could cross the street. And then they get hit by a fucking bus. You know? I could just walk now. The little fucking man tells me I could walk now. I'm going to walk. And then they get hit by a bus because they're too stupid to look both ways. And the bus driver wasn't paying attention that day. You know?
And they also feel entitled. They're like, oh, the little Walkman's up, so I can just go.
Yeah,
and you're
I
like,
can just go.
no, there's a guy streaming down the road at 90 miles an hour. You should not step in front of that guy.
It's like when the idiots drive on the train tracks and like they're like, why didn't the train just stop instead of hitting the car? It's like, shit doesn't just stop. You know, it takes a mile for that train to fucking stop, man. Like, you know, you drive in front of it, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
it's not just gonna stop.
Or you hope you died.
Yeah,
I mean, if you get hit by a train at that kind of speed and you live, your life's
you're
gonna
be praying for death.
Yeah, you're gonna shit in a bag for the rest of your life.
Oh man, if you even know if you're shitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just falling out.
Yeah. Like, something smells like it's burning. Oh, it's you shitting again.
Oh my God. Terrible.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us one more time. We appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and everything. Subscribe, whatever you guys got to do to help support us. We appreciate every second of it. And always, fuck off.